Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. We're going to be doing this look today.
Hello everyone. Today I've already got my face makeup done. All I did was I was trying to do a 5-minute makeup challenge deal. And this is all I got done. So I decided to go ahead and do another video that focuses on the eyes in particular. Eyes and lips, because you want to coordinate the two so that it's not too overdone, really. Because you don't want your eyes and lips to compete with each other, at least I don't. I'm in my mid-30s basically, so I don't want my eyes and lips to compete with each other. So I'm doing this as I'm getting ready to film other videos. So if you saw this thing here, that's because I did the video before. Now I'm going to zoom you in more so that you can see what I'm doing better. But first, let's do a quick talk about what we're going to be using. Now, I will be using a product I'm not very familiar with yet, but I've used it a couple times. This is the LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil. It looks like a creamy color right here. I'll be using this. I will be using the Eco Tools, not Essential Tools, the Eco Tools Brush Duo that has 4 different brushes on it. I'll be using these. And then the palette we're going to be using, for the eye look at least, is going to be the Natural Smoke Squad by Maybelline. Looks like this right here. And this is going to be a very basic tutorial. So I'm going to talk you through this, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Now, I normally don't do this kind of look on myself, but we're going to go for a more smoky eye, and then we'll go for a more muted lip color. So let's go ahead and zoom you in and get started. If I can zoom you in. Okay, you're zoomed in pretty close, as you can tell. Now, I might be looking over this way from time to time, over that way, because I do have a mirror over here, but I'll try to have a mirror further down to where I can use that to see as well. But let's jump in and just get started with this. I'm going to start out with using that eye pencil I showed you right here. This is what it looks like up close. And I'm going to scoot in a little bit closer too. So, now this is a sharpening one, so I'm not a fan of those, but we're going to go with it. I'm drawing on my lid. You can tell this is almost a skin tone color on me, at least. Keyword, almost. A little lighter than my normal skin tone. And I'm going to draw on both lids. So, what kind of looks would you like to see me do in the future? Do you like this more smoky, bold look? Do you want a more natural look? More like an everyday look? Do you want dramatic? Do you want like a school appropriate, work appropriate, whatever the case may be type look? So, let me know, because I'm happy to do whatever you are looking for. And I apologize if you hear anything in the background, as my dogs are out playing still in the house. So you may hear them fighting or arguing, as I call it, every once in a while. Okay, now I'm going to take the brushes that I mentioned. And I will be using another brush here to blend out, and that's one of the Real Techniques brushes. That is really nice and fluffy. I love it for blending. So, first I'm going to take this more, well, the smaller, or not smaller, but this flatter, fluffy side of one of these brushes. And we're going to go into the, not the real big side on the left, but the second one down. It's more of a crease color. I'm going to show you here. We're going to this color right here. And with any eyeshadow, you want to start out little and build up. I do a couple taps into it, then tap it off any excess, because you want to avoid fallout. Put this in the crease. I'm making sure it is flattened into the crease, because you can tell where your crease is by where your eye ends, and just push it in there. Push it above your eyeball, basically, and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now we're going to blend this out here in a couple minutes, so don't worry if it looks crazy. Okay, see how this crease looks more defined than this crease now? Now we're going to even it up here. Do the same thing to the other side. And we're going to go back in with this same color here in a moment as well. And you can go as far in or whatever as you want to. Me, I go pretty much from outer corner to about 3/4 of the way in, roughly. I don't pull it all the way into the inner corner, personally, but you can if you want to. So, we're just getting this crease defined before we go any further. Now I'm going to take that blending brush I mentioned, right here, and we're going to blend this out a little bit. You do buffing motions to blend out, little circular motions. You can start on the outside edge, you can start on the inside, but you're wanting to just kind of blow it out a little bit. You want it to look like smoky, like it's not as harsh. And we're going to go back into that same color and build up that outer V just a little bit with that same side of the brush. Dipping back into it here, I do about 4 taps, and then I'm going to stamp this on that outer corner. Just dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. And then after I stamp it a few times, you can keep going in and building that up if you want to. That's what I'm going to do a little bit. Now, I have more downturned eyes. Some people have more upturned, which I think would be awesome for me, but I don't. I have more downturned, and that's okay. I'm still going to accentuate my outer V because I am beautiful. We are all beautiful in the way we were made. In my eyes, God does not make mistakes. So, do the outer V on that side too. And it is very difficult sometimes to get it completely even. So you may be seeing videos of me sometimes that I have one eye done a little more crazy than the other. And I apologize if that's the case. So, but do the same thing. Try to deepen up that outer V. And we're going to deepen it up even further here in a moment. Now I'm going to take a little bit of that same color again and drag it back in to that other, back into the crease. Really deepen up that crease a little more. Because you can always add more shadow, it's difficult to take it away. So right there. And then we can go in with the blending brush again and blow out those edges of that V. You know, and with me, I tend to try to go more upwards with blending to give it, you know, more of a, where it doesn't look so puppy dog eye-ish, you know, but really just blend that stuff out. When in doubt, blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. And I'm going to drag that color in a little bit. Now, that's what we have so far. Let me back up a little bit here. That's what we have so far. Now let's take that other, this is a smaller side to the, now this is a fluffy side here. This is what we're going to use right now. This fluffy side of the other brush. And we're going into this top color here, to me it looks like more of a taupey color. These are nice, but they're not overly pigmented in my book. So that's what it looks like there. So I swirl it in there, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to put that on the actual lid. This has some shimmer to it, but it's not overly shimmery in my book. So put this all over the lid, and you want to go up until about that outer corner where you stopped with that one color. Now we're going to blend all this together, so even if you overlap, that's okay, because I know I tend to overlap a little bit too. Or I miss a spot altogether, which I have done a few times actually. Makeup is all trial and error. You have to just play with it and see what makes you comfortable. What's right for me might not be right for you. And what's right for you might not be right for me. So I'm just building up this color on both lids, going in and adding a little bit more and kind of sweeping it on. Now, some shadows you'd want to pack it on more than sweeping, but this actually works to sweep this on. You can tell it's more of a lighter color. Well, it's not really all that light, but yeah. Put this on, really packing it on and making it nice and as bold as we can get, basically. My sinuses are going a little bit haywire. Now we're going back into that first brush we used, and I'm going to pick up some more of that same color, that second color right here, and I'm going to just kind of blend everything out here. Go back in the outer V a little bit, and we're going to blend even more. Like I said, when in doubt, blend it out. There's only 4 colors to this, so you can take this and go the opposite way if you want to make it a heavier, a smokier, even smokier look like this. You know, so that does work. See, that's the difference there. This one's more smoky, that's more defined. So we're just going to go with the more smoky. I'm going to start in this outer V, and we're going to, I start out going that way, but then as I move, I rotate my brush and really just kind of blow out that color, because we're going to take the blending brush and blend, 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 blend here in a moment. But before we do that, let's take that brush we were just using a minute ago that has the fluffy side to it, and we're going to use that smaller side, and we're going to go into this very bottom color right here. Very bottom color. Now you can use, and I just did like 2 taps on that. That's it. Boom, boom. Well, okay, 4 taps now. But we're going to tap that right on the outer edges and right in the outer V. Literally, right in. We don't want to really fill anything in. We don't really want to do anything like that. So, we're doing this to both sides here. Just stamp it in there. Stamp it in. Because wherever you put your brush first, that's where you're going to get the most pigment. That's the general rule. Wherever your brush goes, your pigment will go. Your color will go. Some people don't understand what pigment means, and that's okay. Now, I'm going to take that blending brush, since we've got it stamped in a little bit on both sides. Boom. Boom. And I got some down here, and that's okay, because I'm going to show you how you can fix that. Because you can do one of 2 things. You can blend it in with your makeup, or you can take concealer and fix it. Now, I'm not really big on using tape, which tape is a great way to keep your eyeshadow where you want it to go. So, but I'm also not big on doing winged liner either. Excuse me, my sinuses are going crazy. But this right here, right there. Now I'm going to take that same brush we've been using as a blending brush right here. Wipe it off a little bit. I have a makeup wipe over here that I'm going to wipe it off on a little bit. Now we're going to go into that brightest color. You want a more fluffy brush. You know, even that one color that we packed on the shadow would work too, but this doesn't have any excess or any major product built up to it. So I'm going to dip into this white color. Tap off the excess. And then we're going to go right on the brow bone here. Tap off again. Do the same thing on the other side. Now, one thing you can do is you can switch to another brush for this next step if you wanted to, but the way I prefer to do it is I use my pinky, dip into it. That's the color right there. And then just dot it in that inner corner. Boop, 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 boop. Dot it in there. And do the same thing on the other side. Dot it in there. Now you have different choices for where you go from here. Personally, I tend to leave it like this or go in and just curl my lashes, throw on a little bit of eyeshadow for my liner. But for the sake of this video, forgive me for not having this out already, we are going to go in. I have to get all the products out that I need, because I forgot to do that. Silly, silly me. Okay. But we are going to go in with a gel liner. For a beginner, that's what I recommend, is a gel liner, and this is the one by e.l.f. These are about $3, maybe $4 now. And I'm using an angled, I believe, angled eyeliner brush. That is what this is called, but it's not to be confused. All it means is that this one has a little curve to the actual brush. It's not angled as in cut angled, but it is angled where the brush is concerned. And I'm using a black liner. A brown liner would work too with this. You can tell you need very little. You dip it in ever so lightly. And then I am going to get closer here. And then you just take it and go really lightly along that lash line. Small strokes. And I'm sorry, it's hard for me to talk and do this. So, see right there is eyeliner on that eye. Now me, it's always hard to get it exactly right on both eyes, but we shall see. I can see better. You can feel where you're at, really. So I'm trying to go right along that lash line. And then if you really want to make sure that's set in place, you can take that brush that we were using a moment ago, the Eco Tools one, and it has the slanted brush, or what some people would call an angled brush. And you can go into that deepest color again and dip into it. And that just kind of sets this eyeliner. And go over where you just put your eyeliner. So, we are setting it. Do you like these more raw, unedited videos? Or would you rather me sit there and edit the crap out of videos like I have been earlier in my thing? Because I will upload from my mobile, more often than using a computer. So I can do more uploads this way. And it's difficult to do edits on my phone. But you can tell my eyeliner isn't completely perfect, not completely symmetrical, but that's okay. You know, things don't have to be exactly precise all the time. But let's go ahead, while I've got you zoomed in like this, we're also going to do my brows. You can see that I have, if I zoom in even more. Now, I'm not talking about plucking and shaving and all that stuff right now, but you can see where I have some sparse hairs. I have sparse areas, rather, not sparse hairs, but so we're going to fill those in. I'm using the Maybelline brow stylist, I believe. I never can remember the name of this thing. Brow stylist definer. It looks like this here. If you have seen my Project Empties video, you will recognize this from that. I'm using this right here. And what you do is small, little bitty strokes here. You know. Now me, I tend to fill in as I go because of my vision. And I can go overboard, which you have seen with my brows. But I'm using small hair-like strokes because you want it to look as natural as possible. You know. So. But see, I just kind of filled in a little bit. My brows are naturally thick, so I have to take care of them and trim them and shape them and all that stuff. So, and like I said, it's small strokes. Small strokes for all folks. So, let's just... Eyebrows take time. Now I plan on doing an in-depth tutorial eventually. I've got so many videos planned, or ideas going that I'm working on. So if you like the raw video like this, then let me know, because I can try to have more videos up than I already have. And you can contact me by clicking on links below, because I will have like my blog and everything, and I do have contact me information on there. Using the spoolie side of this and brush through. Now another option you have is to take like a brow gel and fill them in as well. Now if your brows are a taupey color like this, you could even take this Natural Smokes palette that I showed you right here and use that middle shade we were using for the crease. You can use that. So, but now since we've got the brows done, we got the liner done, let's go ahead and take a little bit of that. I'm going to take this liner brush that we were using before. We're going to take a little bit of that middle shade that we put all in the crease and put it on the lower lash line. Don't want it to be too crazy, but look straight up. And look, I'm actually looking in the camera at this point. And go right on that lower lash line. I'm not going to go all the way in. You can do what you want to do, but me, it closes my eyes off too much if I go all the way. So I only go about halfway in. And I normally don't even do this, honestly. So. Because for smaller eyes, it tends to close them off more. But because of the eye look I did, I wanted to kind of connect it to that outer V a little bit more. That's why I went ahead and did this. Now let's go in and do mascara. I'm going to use my handy dandy, I believe this is the e.l.f. eyelash curler, honestly. And before I do this, I always try to let my eyeliner set a little bit, even though I did put powder over it, to make sure it's not going to transfer to the eyelash curler. That makes a little bit of a mess. I put it on there. Whoops. Yes, you can at times grab the lid and kind of pump on the way outward. So right there. Alright. Now I'm going to take this brush, or the CoverGirl Super Bright Sizer Mascara. It does have a good little brush to it. Whenever I am done with this, I'll probably keep the brush just for declumping and whatnot. Mascara wands are a good thing to use. Another reason I try to keep them is to take off mascara, which I plan on showing a video soon of, in the next few weeks, of makeup removal. Okay, that is one lash compared to that lash. So, yes, it does kind of clump together. One tip for those doing lashes, I don't know if you noticed, but I switched to my left hand. You stabilize your hand on a desk, a table, the counter, whatever the case may be. It's easiest to do if you can sit down. But stabilize your arm, get your lashes where you can feel them on there, and then blink onto the wand. So, see, that's that lash. Then there's that lash. Now I'm going to add a couple more coats just because I like big, bold lashes. I love my lashes. Love the lashes, love the lashes. Lash, lash. I don't know if y'all knew it, but Pitch Perfect 3 is coming out soon. Or is in production, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure. I just know that they're making a Pitch Perfect 3. So, and my favorite show, Pretty Little Liars, is done. So, would y'all like to have like a chit chat get ready with me, even though I can't really talk? You know, even though I can't really explain what I'm doing as I'm getting ready. Would you like to see one of those anyway? Right there. That is the eye look. I'm going to alright, let's go ahead and zoom you out. Alright, that's the eye look right there. Now, I'm going to show you two different lip options here to go with. One is more of a neutral, well, it is a neutral, flat out neutral. In my book, this is Barely Brown by Maybelline. It's one of their Bolds collection. So, I'm going to put this on first and show you what it looks like. Because we do have a deeper eye going. So that's what that looks like. Ooh, excuse me. Let's go ahead and take my hair down as well. So that's what the Barely Brown would look like. Now I'm going to grab a makeup wipe here, and I'm going to take this brown off, and I'm going to put on another one here, which honestly is not the best thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because this is more of a natural, neutral, well, maybe not neutral, but it is more of a smoky eye. And for the summertime, oops, I didn't grab my lipstick ahead of time. Sorry about that. I really am. So, trying to find the exact color I want in here. Now, me, I typically go for, well, let's just go with this right here. Pink and chic. It is bright, 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 bright pink. Almost a bubblegum pink in my eyes. So this is their Pink and Chic CHIC, whatever you want to call it. See, to me, this color does not look the best on my tan skin. It just screams, hey, look at me, look at me! So, I'm going to show you one other option here. You can use a makeup wipe like I'm doing here. Go all the way around like that. Now this is one that if you're going out on the town, this is Siren in Scarlet. It is honestly one of my favorite red colors I've said. But, and these, two of these three, the Pink and Chic, that's a matte, and this is a matte as well. This is supposedly a dupe for MAC's Ruby Woo. So, red, you can use a brush to make it more of a stain. That right there is what I would call my go-to smoky eye. Bright red blue. Put my makeup wipes back up. And I want to thank you so much for watching Blind Beauty and for watching this video today. I hope that you have subscribed, and if you haven't, I hope that you do, because I would love to get to know you and love your thoughts on what you would like to see. So please let me know what you would like to see. And I hope that you'll also connect with me on social media. If you try any of the looks I do, please, by all means, snap me, send me a thing on Instagram, tag me on Instagram, tag me on Facebook, wherever the case may be, and let me see your looks. So, this is mostly Maybelline, honestly. I will leave, if I have the video for the face up, the 3 or 5 minute makeup challenge up, I will leave that down below if I've already done it so that you can see the face. And then I'll also link this one into that one so that you can see the eyes. So, thank you again so much for watching, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye-bye.
I want to thank you so much for watching this video and taking the time out of your day to do that. So, I hope that you do subscribe so that you can see whenever I do post a new video. I also hope that you follow us on all of our social media as well, We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest, as well as I have a blog where I post different topics on as well that may pertain to this video, may not. I will be posting links in the section down below to where you can find that blog and find all the links to my social media, so I hope you subscribe. Thank you. Photos in this video were done by GMC Photo Editing, so I hope that you will check that page out on Facebook, and I will leave the link down below for you to click on it, so check it out and show her your support.